Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here. In today's video, we're going to be going over the price of Bitcoin, also going over some news in this space as well. So let's go ahead and see here what's going on in the economy, the crypto space. We know the Fed hiked rates 25 basis points yesterday. The market rallied off of that news. Some other interesting information, what's going on in the economy. I just kind of like on Twitter, I just go through, I like tweets that I find to be interesting, full of value. So the average auto loan rate for January, new cars 8.41%, used cars 12.88%. Those are both at decade highs. I find it interesting. I typically would never care about the auto market, but because I am in the car rental space, I do find it more interesting. Me personally, I'm interested in selling off vehicles, potentially buying back newer vehicles. But the interest rate here, I mean, when we were first buying cars back in April of 2021, you could get basically 0%, depending on your credit. So really interesting stuff there. I also saw recently, I think it might be from this particular Twitter page as well. Let's go ahead and take a look here. They mentioned something too about how there has been a bump in car prices actually over the last 2 months or so. And as you can see here, they kind of tweeted about the volatility of Carvana. This right here is February 1st, 1297. So obviously everything saw a pump here. Carvana was up 24% pre-market. Very interesting. We know Carvana was kind of on the edge of bankruptcy, I believe it was. Let's see. So yeah, basically what I'm kind of getting is, this is a tweet, found it. You heard it here first. Used car prices have now gone up 2 months in a row. Last time it happened was the peak of 2021. So if you are interested in maybe dropping off, getting rid of some of your used cars, maybe now is the time. The number of people making $1 million and $1 million plus annually and renting their homes has increased 3 times over the last 5 years. 73% of these households live in New York. Peloton missed on earnings and the revenue declined year over year, but the stock is up 16% because the one thing investors really care about is the subscription revenue, which has increased. Let's see, Eurozone inflation falls to 8.5%. Breaking Intel cuts pay for employees by at least 5%. VPs are getting a 10% cut, and more senior executives will get a 15% cut, and the CEO gets a 25% cut. I don't know if you guys seen, I don't have any pictures liked here, but Costco's designing an 800 unit apartment to be built on top of Costco. Comes with free membership, room service for the pizza, hot dog, etc., and more. That's pretty cool. PayPal plans to lay off 2,000 employees. That is 7% of their income. So let's go and take a look over at the price of Bitcoin. So I've been following this stock. My neighbor back in California recommended it to me. So App Harvest is basically a company that grows produce indoors. They're able to just turn over their crops rather quickly. So it's like a hyper efficient way to create food, which is quite interesting. But wow, the low came in over here at about 47 cents. And it's now sitting at 262 just 4 weeks later. Very impressive. I want to see if it can get over that 200 DMA. So let's go and take a look here at the price of Bitcoin. Zoomed out here to the 7-day chart. We're seeing a lot of strength. Bitcoin has broken above clearly the 200 DMA. It looks like there's still some steam left. I'm anticipating basically Bitcoin to see resistance of this swing high over here. The high of this candle is 25,204. So kind of anticipating some resistance there, but doesn't necessarily have to do that. This right here is the daily on Bitcoin. A little bit of a sideways here. It's not giving us a ton of confirmation in either direction, so just staying kind of patient there. But we are seeing a higher high on the 12-hour chart. So Bitcoin is looking pretty good on the 12-hour chart there. This is the 4-hour. 4 hour looking good. It has made a higher high as well. Let's take a look here at the hourly. Hourly not looking nearly as good. A little bit of sideways here on the hourly. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. 30-minute also not giving us a ton. So it's pretty much, what do we see here? It was that 4 hour and that 12 hour that are looking the best on Bitcoin. I think that played out to be true on the previous video that I made as well. Let's just take a look here at the 15-minute while we're at it. 15-minute not looking too good and trending a bit downwards. Same thing with the 5-minute, looking a bit weak here. So the stock market has just closed, I believe. I always get confused because Puerto Rico is like an hour ahead of Eastern time zone. So yeah, stock market just closed in the last few minutes here, and we're seeing Bitcoin dump. No, I wouldn't say dump. Dump is a little bit dramatic. Fall a little bit here after the closing hours. Ethereum sitting at 1664. It's been quite strong, and I believe it has been outperforming Bitcoin. To be honest with you, I really barely pay attention to Ethereum. My eyes are just locked in on Bitcoin. So this right here is the Ethereum chart. This is the 7-day, looking very similar to Bitcoin 7-day chart. This is the daily, which is interesting here because, like I said, I've said many times, Ethereum typically leads the way. We have made a higher high on the daily chart. We have this green 2 trading above the green 1. If we go back over to Bitcoin and we head to that daily chart, we're not having nearly as much conviction with Bitcoin. So Ethereum could be pointing to us that there is going to be another move to the upside. Could be the move that takes us to about 25,200, 25,000, and then the potential to see some resistance there. This is the 12 hour on Ethereum, which is looking good, making a higher high. Let's take a look at the 4 hour, same thing, 4 hour looking strong. So we saw the same thing on Bitcoin, right? The 4 hour and the 12 hour looked good. And this right here is the 1 hour, which is not looking nearly as strong, a bit more sideways trading on Ethereum. This right here is a 30-minute chart. Let's take a closer look here. It's holding the low of this candle right here, but it's getting close on that 30-minute chart of breaking below that. This is the 15 trading downwards. I'm going to also anticipate that Ethereum has fallen after hours here as well. Yes, we have gold sitting at 1912. We have Coinbase stock. What the hell happened with the Coinbase stock? 81.46, up 24% today. Okay, did the earnings come out? What is this? This is, let's see. Coinbase reportedly sees class action related to unregistered securities dismissed. Okay, interesting. So it looks like that is the news that potentially set off Coinbase to be up 24% today. Wow, very interesting. Very, very interesting. We have Litecoin sitting at 99.05. We have Filecoin sitting at 558. DOT sitting at 662. Link sitting at 723. So yeah, we have XRP sitting at 41 cents. Let's go ahead and take a look here at traditional markets. Let's take a look at SPY. Let's, daily chart looks a bit extended, but let's zoom out first to the 7-day. Let's see, this is a 7-day here, which looks quite nice. We have made a higher high. It looks healthy. It looks honestly primed to make another move to the upside. So Michael Berry, however you pronounce his last name, he's basically the dude that shorted the housing market back in 2008. He personally made $100 million, I believe. He made $700 million for his investors. He was known as like the guy that went against everyone, right? So people have been really wanting to know his opinion when it comes to these market conditions and what's going to happen next. He tweeted yesterday, sell. And then supposedly he deactivated his Twitter. And so everyone thinks, like everyone was bagging on him. That, oh, look, he said sell, and then, the market went up, and he, deactivated his account. I don't think there's really a reason to, dig too much into it. On the flip side, people, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, why can't I think of his name at the moment? Charlie, right? Charlie. I believe his name is Charlie. Charlie basically said that Bitcoin should be banned in the United States, like it is in China, blah, 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 something like that. People get so worked up about what certain people say about Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Bitcoin will not be regulated, okay? Well, they might try to regulate it at first, but governments will quickly learn that it is just not going to be worth it, okay? If they want to tax it, they're going to realize people are just going to move their assets to different countries. The richest people in the world in the next decade are going to be people that own Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and the government, they want rich people in their country because that just means more tax revenue. It's pretty simple. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the daily chart on SPY, which looks a bit overextended. I would anticipate a bit of a pullback over here, maybe to like 404 and then maybe another move upward. But like things are looking quite bullish, I would say. And we're still seeing, you know, correlation, 4-hour chart. So SPY is looking stronger across all time frames when it comes to making higher highs than Bitcoin. It's looking significantly stronger. This is the 30-minute here, looking a little bit more on the weaker side. 15-minute had a bit of a pullback here, but did not necessarily make a lower low. Let's take a look here at the 5-minute. 5-minute here is looking okay. So let's go and take a look here at marijuana stocks. I'm going to guess they were up today. Yep, they sure were. 335 for Tilray. And across the board, mostly green when it comes to the marijuana space. So mostly everything pumped today. No surprise there. Tesla also up to 188. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the daily chart here. You can see that Tesla has made just a massive move off the bottom of about $100. It held 100 and then it just completely shot up from there. So that's what I'm kind of seeing when it comes to Bitcoin here. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the 15-minute and check in on the high of the day that came in earlier today over here at about 24.3 approximately. So Bitcoin currently sitting at 23,719. So one more thing I want to mention before I let you guys go is iTrust Capital. If you want to buy Bitcoin today and you want to withdraw it when you're 59.5 and pay no taxes on that gain, 0 taxes, then a Roth IRA is the way to go. And you can get started today with iTrust Capital. It's only $1,000 to get started. You also get $100 when you use my link to sign up below of free Bitcoin. And here is a really important aspect of it. You can actually trade within your IRA account, and it is a non-taxable event. Most people do not calculate taxes when they make a trade, and most people lose money when they trade because they do not factor in or calculate in the tax obligation that goes into it. So you don't have to just buy Bitcoin. You can also buy other cryptocurrency assets as well as precious metals. So like I said, I have a link down below for iTrust Capital. So that's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.